Did you know that 5 out of 5 dentists agree that it is way easier to talk to people over the internet if you actually have a communications device such as a microphone? It's amazing. The technology, how far it has come and how far it has not come at the same time. Good evening, happy Monday. Hope you're not feeling sick today, because we gonna play a couple games, yay. We're gonna do some stuff and then click on some things. My name is Flynn Church, and this is my web show. Okay, enough of that shit. How's everybody doing? Pardon me, I'm all sniffly snotty today. I'm getting over something, I don't know. Thursday, Friday, I got really weirdly sick, and I'm still not entirely over it, but here I am. Rock you like a hurricane. Good evening, and welcome again, yeah, to the Church of Flynn for Monday, April 2nd, yes, it's last week, April 8th, 2013. We are going to throw our faces straight into Companions of Xanth again, because we need to finish this game so we don't have to play it anymore. Yay! Also, because finishing games is awesome! I like finishing, it makes me feel good, like a big man. Okay, apparently my throat is not up to my strong mad voice. Ugh, that hurt a lot. So let's turn up the audio, or turn on the audio, turn down the audio before I go crazy, and then flip over to the right channel. Hello! And for those of you who are watching... Okay, everything sounded weird for a second. For those of you who are watching on the new Twitch stream page, which means you have not opted back to the old one, please feel free to comment on the new design and layout, and play around with the buttons. They all work. I think they all work. So when we left off, we were still working our way through the world of water. We'd already done earth and fire and void. So there's only water and air to go. We had dealt with the science troll. And it's time to move on. The shortcut, the long cut, and it's a 3-pronged fork. I feel like spaghetti now. The tall white signpost has 3 signs. There is the long way, the wrong way, and the shortcut to success. 1 second. I think the audio levels have changed themselves back. Yes, in fact, they have. The music is way too loud again. So there are 3 ways we could go. The long way, the wrong way, and the short way. Well, let's take the wrong way, because the wrong way sounds like the best way. Wrong way is best way! You select the northern road, wander for several hours, and eventually arrive back at the fork. Well, apparently it's the wrong way. How would I have known? No, I don't. Oh, God damn it, why did it mute the game? Something muted the game, I don't know what, but it did. Yes, it did. So, okay, it's not working, so let's take the short path to success. The entrance to a darkened cave looms before you. A small waterfall spills over the nearby mountainside. Oh, crap buckets. I don't have the CD mounted properly, so the voices aren't playing. You've escaped a terrible danger, Doug, but I fear that more serious threats lay ahead. I sense the presence of a computer somewhere near. What do you mean by serious threats? I mean computer, the most evil machine in all of Xanth. This threat should not be taken lightly. But there weren't any other routes away from the troll. Exactly. I fear we are being lured to an encounter with the hideous machine. Computer? What's that? Its name is Computer, and it is the most evil machine in Xanth. If there's one place you don't want to visit, it is Pewter's lair. What could this Pewter do to us? I'm not exactly sure, but you can be assured it will be bad. You'd be lucky to escape with your life if you wind up in his lair. Why would Pewter want to mess with us? Pewter takes great pleasure in entrapping any adventurers who stray near his lair. Once trapped, he is renowned for mental torture of all sorts. He'd be oblivious to the game and wouldn't give you any breaks. I'm not afraid. No machine can harm me. I bet it's in that cave. You're probably right about the cave, Doug, but I wouldn't be too confident about your invulnerability to this evil machine. Alright, well... Let's save. I don't know why I'm saving again, because I accomplished nothing. And I have to... throw the technical difficulties up for a second. Quit the game. And fix that mounting problem. I hate it when I have problems mounting. I have forgotten how to unmount a drive in DOSBox in the course of a week. I have forgotten. I did that, and it's like, it's not doing it. There it goes. I had my arguments in the wrong order. And now we return. Thanks for being a friend, car. For traveling down that road and back again. Your heart is true and you're a pal and a confidant. Alright. It's a waterfall. Water falls down from the mountainside further down the mountainside. Water falls from the mountainside further down the mountainside. It looks wet. Well, I would hope water is wet. And of course the music reset itself, so let's fix that. Well, let's see what happens if I go the other way. You select the northwestern road, wander for several hours, and eventually arrive back at the fork. So, okay. I probably what it did, since it's got access to the CD now, is it's pulling the files off the CD. I think it's got different media on the disc than it installs. Because the installed version, if the CD's not in the drive, is basically the floppy version. Alright, well, let's go inside. You stand in the midst of Computer, the most evil machine in all of Xanth.
Human, Naga, why have you intruded here?
Why are you a helter-skelter? We feel like you lured us here, whoever you are.
I am Computer, most powerful being in Xanth.
Not quite sure about pronoun things. You don't look very powerful. In fact, where are you?
I am everywhere, inside everything, master of all, especially in cave.
You can't put a period in the right place, though. I hear these demon dudes are pretty powerful too, Mr. Pewter.
Demons cannot harm me. I don't see any demons around here, puny human.
So what do you want with us, powerful bean?
I want nothing to do with you, insignificant human.
Then why are we here? We were in the middle of an important game.
Now you'll play a real game. I will explain the rules only once. If you fail to remember them and break them in any way, your game will be forfeit.
No takebacks. But I'm already playing another game.
Now you are playing another, unless you wish to resign.
How's your severance package? No, I'll hang around for a while.
Mundane player changes his mind. Rules follow.
Red intestine needs food badly.
Computer will give description and word. Player must select single letter from platform.
From platform to add the specified word, new letter, spell, answer to
word.
description. You can read it. I'm tired of fucking listening to him. This sounds like a cakewalk.
Game begins. Question 1. Give me the name of asparagus weapons that may be found in Xanth. The hint word is reeks. Supply a letter.
It's S. Spears. You pick up the S tile from the depression. Well, okay, then open it and put it in there. Slide the metallic door open to the right. You expect me to actually do this, like, one step at a time? Okay. Close the cylinder. No, I've never read the book. You slide the metal door to the left, closing the cylinder. It flashes and whirs, and a high-pitched noise fills the air. The S-tail is ejected back into the depression.
Correct. The answer is asparagus spears. Lucky guess.
I've actually only read one Pierce Anthony book.
Question 2. Name a type of Xanthian fruit that can cause blindness. The hint word is seat. Supply a letter.
I think the letters are. Well, given I've only got a few options and none of these are particularly valuable, I'm going to go with the P. Because when in doubt, P. So let's pee in the cylinder. Okay. Yay! It's pears. How I was supposed to know that, I'm not sure, but that was pretty much the only one that made sense.
Wrong answer.
Oh, okay.
Try again.
A Xanthian fruit that can cause tears. Well, I just open up my book. The compendium, which should work really nicely against the computer. Ah, dates. And since I have tears, I don't see how that would work. Wait, no, I have seat, which would be dates. You meant that book. Yes, I get it now. Well, that gave me points, so I'm gonna guess I was right.
Correct. The answer is blind dates. Lucky guess.
I like how this try again
Question
does.
3. Name the type of shells from which the finest paper in Xanth is made. The hint word is canes. Supply a letter.
To canes? What are my choices? P, D, S, A, N, E. Well, and I'm sure it's not going to be one of the two I've already done, so... magical things. Nothing here. It's not going to be a plant. He said it's a shell. Bumsteer, centaurs, chocolate mousse, computer, cumulofractonimbus, demons, elves, fairies, goblins, golden fleas, golems, harpies, lamia, merfolk, nymphs, ogres, Stanley steamer even. Interesting, I don't see it. Deathstone, lemon meringue pie. Let's see. Asparagus spears, blind dates. Wow, it's from the first two or the first two. Bluegrass, cherry bomb trees, cobra vine, ice cream, hypnogourds, hominy tree, industry, hickory trees, owlweed, ice cream bush, paper shell pecans. The shells of the paper shell pecan, and I have canes, so the correct answer would be P. I think I've learned enough. That's like they meant that book to be copy protection or something, and then they didn't bother. Oh, we don't really care that much, Bob, you know? We're just gonna pee in the cylinder again. Peeing in the cylinder. Peeing in the cylinder. Peeing in the cylinder. And everybody out there who was watching, I hope you had a good week.
Correct. The answer is paper shell pecans. Lucky guess.
So what's next?
Question 4. Name the species of Xanthian beast that is 4-footed and gives notoriously bad advice. The hint word is rest. Supply a letter.
Well, given it's used each letter one time, I could put P in the computer! I could probably assume that it's going to be A or E, and neither of those actually seem to be particularly good. So I'm going to look in the Compendium of Xanth and look at creatures. The bum steer, the centaurs, the chocolate moose, demons, elves, fairies, fauns, and goblins, golden fleas, harpies, lamia, merfolk, nymphs, ogres, Stanley, steamers, trolls, zombies. Okay, so bum steer, which would mean that it's E. So I'm going to give the computer some E, and you'll probably hug somebody to rave. Look at the depression. I would like to cure the depression. It saddens you to consider the mental state of the depression. If only you knew how to help, you surely would. You know, I felt that way. Many a time, many a place. Hi, Martel, how are you? You were, like, doing stuff earlier today, and it was awesome. No, we'll put the E tile back in there. Give the E to the... God, you're like the reverse of a drug dealer. Oh, that's part of why it's skipping. I was like, why is it flickering so much? Because I don't have my cycles cranked. For some reason, this game doesn't trip DOSBox to max out cycles, even though I am max set.
Correct. The answer is bomb steers. Lucky guess.
You know, normally I would think that was a cow with an ass on both ends. A bum steer. Ding ding.
Question 5. Give me the name of a human-headed quadruped with a horse's tail, hooves, and a cat's forelegs. The hint word is male. Supply a letter.
Well, other than the fact that the only letter I have left is A, I don't even have to look at the book. I know that's a lamia. I don't even have to look that one up. That one I know. God, I'm playing, like, Scattergories with a computer.
Correct. The answer is lamia. Lucky guess.
Yeah, you know all about lame, don't you?
Player wins round 1.
What?
Round 2 begins.
Multiple rounds? What is up with you? You fuck bucket. You said I win if I get 5 right.
Question 6. Name a delicious, chocolatey, Xanthian creature constantly annoyed by ducks. The hint word is some. Supply a letter.
You stand in the midst of hundreds of pieces of equipment covered with arrays of lights, dials, gauges, and displays. Wires connecting everything together hang from above and lie strewn on the floor. How about I just take these wires?
Hands off, puny mundane.
Learn how to use lowercase letters and periods, you fucking forum goer. Are you talking to me?
You are the only puny mundane in my presence. Do not harm my exterior components, or I will be forced to eradicate you.
Eradicate, eradicate, eradicate. No, that would actually be very Piers Anthony. Well, the answer is you. Wait, none of these letters are right. I guess it's E. Because none of the others are right. Because I know it's moose. Oh, M-O-O-S-E. Durr. I'm an idiot. I'm spelling the food.
Wrong.
Wrong answer. Try again. Yes, I know. I got that one wrong because I'm stupid. It's O. I'm going to give him a big O. Big O! Big O! Big O! Big O! Big O! Judge in the name of God, ye are not guilty! Why do I remember the words to that song?
Correct.
Chocolate
Question 7. Provide the name of the hooded vine with sharp horns that strikes at moving objects. The hint word is okra. Supply a letter.
It's a game of like, stock puzzles, and this is B because the answer is cobra. Hooded vine. Oh, before I forget, there will be no broadcast tomorrow. There will be no broadcast on Thursday, and there will be no broadcast on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and probably not Monday.
Correct. The answer. Question 8. Name the type of golden insect pursued by Jason. The misguided mundane. The hint word is seal. Supply a letter.
The letter is F for fleas. Though when I think of people being chased by Jason, I usually think of campers. Jason would be vicious in Counter-Strike. He kills all the campers.
Correct. The answer is...
Yes.
Question 9. Give me the name of the most controversial, multicolored garments in all of Xanth. The hint word is paints.
The letter is E, because the word is panties. You need to add some sound effects here. I say this like they're still working on this game.
Correct.
And
Question 10. Provide the name of the small snarls that grow into huge, dangerous trees. The hint word is gleams. Supply a letter.
well, since I only have one letter I haven't used, the X, I'm gonna just give you the X. You got the X. Sorry. I need to lighten up the graphics. Oh, I need to tighten up the... Sorry.
Mundane player
What?
loses game.
No, I did not lose the game. I won.
Computer is a devious and cunning machine, Doug. You mustn't be ashamed that you...
Hey, how did you know about the motorcycle?
You still don't fully believe in magic, Doug. Maybe you weren't cut out for Xanth after all.
Can you dig my message, man? Do you dig, Doug?
I'm afraid you've...
Yeah, I want to undo that last move. And the X tile is gone. Oh, the X tile's in the machine. Well, let's go to the book. We actually used that. We watched that video in one of my game design courses, Car. The whole, we're just tightening up the graphics on level 3. That's a terrible. Apparently, that almost was a sister school to the college I go to. They went up there. One of my professors went up there and was like, we were gonna work with them, and they wanted $100 to show me the catalog, and like $3,000 to even discuss the classes. They wouldn't let me see anything unless I paid. And so they walked away. They were like, how about no? Alright. Oh, it was a scam school. They're still around, too, which is really weird to think about. Stinging Barbara bush. Long adventurous roots hang from the branches. The roots and carrying it towards the tree's maw. Well, that doesn't answer the question. It's not really the right answer. This huge vicious bush smiles as it stings its hapless victims. Apostrophe! The poison from one stinger is enough to rob the victim's mind of any thought. A second sting is almost always fatal. I'm sensing some political leaning in here. Which is weird, because, you know. Almost impossible to harvest, the mature plant produces a wild green-haired nymph. If wild oats are planted by a young man and watered with his own urine, and the nymph will be bound to him in servitude. Yeah, I actually knew that. That's in the only Xanth book I've ever read. Apparently I read the first Xanth book. I don't know how that works. Not Blue Agony Moss. Old Hickory, entry erased. Okay, I don't get that. There is no reverse wood available in the game. Oh. I don't know what the answer is. Because it doesn't actually appear to be in my book. Or else I've completely managed to miss it. Mr. Pewter.
Need a hint, forgetful mundane?
Yes, please, I forget that.
Question 10. Provide the name of the small snarls.
Okay, I got it. I think. Ah, cheap question. That was devious-ish. 10 points. It's the T. It's
correct. The answer is tangles. Lucky guess.
Which makes me wonder exactly what would have happened if I hadn't taken the T back at the golf course, because you can't go back there.
Now, mundane player wishes to resign the game.
Hey. No, I just won.
Mundane player resigns game.
I resign.
You have provided me with much amusement. You lose.
Well, that was weird.
Doug, I didn't expect to see you back so soon. What's the problem?
That pewter guy cheated and forced me to resign the game.
Resign? That doesn't sound fair at all, does it?
5 seconds to computer virus joke.
Check on something.
Why are you coughing so much?
Oh, I must have picked up a virus somewhere, which is hard to understand because I've been here since you left.
There it is. Sometimes these things take time to work.
Yeah, I must have caught this in a public toilet or something.
What were you doing in a public toilet, sir? Have you tried any cough medicine?
Yes, I have, and that hasn't helped cure my virus. I guess I'll just You have to wait it out.
Remember to drink plenty of fluids.
Thanks. Ah, yes, the report is back. It seems that Computer was unaware of your involvement in the game and stepped slightly out of his purview in ejecting you from it. He's agreed not to cheat again, but you'll still have to find a way of defeating him in order to proceed. You know what? My coughing fit seems to have stopped. In fact, I feel altogether much better.
You know, I'm starting to feel a little queasy.
Good luck, kid. You look like you could use some rest, too.
Oh god, it's an infectious disease spread by a gay computer.
It's good to have you back, Doug. This machine and I aren't very compatible. He took the tiles away. I wonder what he wants now.
Old Funky Snake Boogie? Hiss hiss, baby, hiss hiss.
Back again, stupid human. You can never defeat me. Just try and harm me. You have no chance. You lose.
You must have some vulnerability.
Try to defeat me if you can, stupid human.
I'm about to do some stupid human tricks. I has a virus. I'm opening this metal door. Here, have this virus. I don't want it no more. You slide the metal door to the left, closing the cylinder. It flashes and whirs, and a high-pitched noise fills the air.
What have you done? I sense a virulent presence. I very hard. Oh, let, please.
Later, dude!
I'll be back.
Come back whenever you want. No, I'm not. It seems the virus has actually incapacitated the evil computer. 10 points. Boo-doop, boo-doop. Oh, hey, hi.
Your mundane is doing well, Demon Earth. As is yours, Demon Xanth. Are you enjoying the contest? It amuses me still, although the incessant use of magic is annoying. I shall be glad when I have won our wager and finally banished all magic from Xanth. You haven't won yet, Demon Earth, and I don't believe that you will. If magic were to pass from Xanth, I cannot imagine what the land would look like. Florida. What's a Florida? Never mind. All right. Shall we spice up the game and inform the mundanes of the stakes of our wager? No, let them labor in ignorance. Mundanes are too fond of your magical land. If one of them realizes that his victory would mean the end of magic, I believe he would intentionally fail in order that the land might remain enchanted. As you wish.
Whatever you say, boss. Oh, okay, well we can move on now. That's awesome. The long twisting ductwork runs from a spout just above the depression to more heavy machinery. So I read an article today, appropriate of nothing. A man in Argentina, I think it is. You're standing before a rundown shack of primitive construction. It's a white house. All the doors are boarded shut. A mailbox is to the north.
You've made it through another tough challenge, Doug. Few are those who can claim to have defeated Computer at his own game.
I'm gonna guess that most heroes in Xanth don't come with undo buttons. It's uncanny. He bought like a poodle. Bought a couple of poodles, white poodles, awesome dogs, blah blah blah. Got it home, a couple days go by, and he's looking at this. He's like, "This is a fucked up poodle. Something's wrong with it." And he got to looking and he checked it out. It's a ferret. It's not a poodle. It is a ferret the size of a small poodle. It is a ferret that has been injected with steroids until it exploded with muscle. It is a gigantic mutant Hulk ferret. And apparently there's several of them, and I guess it's like become a a problem down south where they're selling fake poodles by torturing ferrets. How do you think of something like that? It's a simple wooden cart that is lying on its side. It appears that a wheel has broken off. Nailed to the cart is a crude sign that says on sale. I feel like I'm playing Nord and Bert all of a sudden. Nord and Bert couldn't make heads or tails of it. Pushing around the broken cart would just tear up the front yard. That's probably true. Well, can we knock on the door? You knock on the door and you hear an almost silent voice from within. Can I go on in? And then I get shotgunned in the face. You want some more rye? Sure you do. You're standing inside the one-room home of an old woman who has nothing but herself, a stove, and a sock. Hey, woman, what's up? Ma Anath? Oh, get that one.
Hello, Princess.
Whoa.
And greetings to you too, young man. It's been quite a while since I've had any visitors to speak of. Perhaps you'd like to sit for a while and chat.
Come, stay a while and listen. We'd love to, but we're playing a game.
Is there a prize for winning this game?
Why, yes. However did you know?
Intuition. Since you have no idea what or why you're looking for this prize, please sit a while and talk with me.
All right. What do you want to talk about?
Well, you could start by telling me your names.
I'm Doug Mundane, and this is here my companion, Nada Naga.
Nada Naga? Weren't you the Naga princess who was betrothed to, oh, never mind. My memory is truly leaving me.
So is your dress, by all standards.
Anyway, my name is Ma Anath. At least that's what people call me now. I was once a beautiful young woman with a rich life in Xanth before me. I was betrothed to the handsome Prince Grolf. The day before our wedding, a demoness with evil intent poured a beauty reversal potion into my mouth as I slept. When I awoke, I was, as you see me now, transformed into an old woman.
You're an old woman?
Ever since that time, I've lived here on the border of the region of air, cut off from a society that doesn't want me or appreciate my suffering. I have become an anathema to them, an outcast, shunned and disliked.
Anathema. Or anathema. Cool story, bro. Is there any way to reverse the reversal spell?
Not really. The evil demoness said that I should wait for a sign from the mountaintop. It is a confusing message that I do not understand, and I suppose I never will.
I have stood on the mountaintop, and I have eaten tacos there. And they're pretty good, actually. They make a really mean taco. Burritos are nothing to write home about, though. What exactly would you look for if you made it there?
Some sort of sign, I suppose.
Caution, saggy tits. Is there a mountain nearby?
Yes. Far to the north is an especially large mountain. I sometimes venture to a pasture near here and gaze at it. It is quite large.
I love large mountain. Would you by any chance have some of that potion left?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. There is but a single drop of the evil fluid left in its vial. I would not dare to place it into your hands, for it has wreaked enough havoc already.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
I'm reassured that you think so.
Do you have any food around here?
No, I'm sorry. I'm barely able to gather enough food to survive, let alone entertain guests. Please forgive me, but the evil affliction has made me weak and miserable.
So apparently being ugly makes you old. You don't look that bad.
Oh, if you'd seen me before the transformation, you'd realize how wrong you are in that regard.
Okay. Thanks for sharing. Can I take your sock?
Take it, child. I have no use for it anymore. I probably won't make it to another winter.
Sock it to me, baby! Why do I have a sock? You take the wind sock down from the nail on Ma's wall. Can I take the nail too? The nail is firmly attached to the wall. They're drapes. Ma probably draws them when the weather is poor. I'll close them right now. Phew. Wow, another fire. There sure are a lot of fires burning in Xanth. I had noticed that, actually. A lot of fires. Alright, well, there are directions. Let's see what the map says. Well, there's the house. Back to computer, which I have no reason why I would ever want to go there. And 2 other directions. So let's go southeast. You're on a road beside a large, round, thatched wood hut. Thatched roof cottages!
Me smell a he mundane with Naga girl. Why come here?
Snoo snoo? Oh, we're just wandering.
Me and boy live alone. Other ogres like us not. I drank from beauty pool and got pretty. Too lovely for ogre men. They laugh and hate me.
You look like a Photoshop accident. Isn't there an ugliness springer in her somewhere?
I think not. Beauty and love spring we've got. No ugly pool in sight.
Got any idea where the gap chasm is?
Only will tell after you make all well.
So I have to satisfy you. The perils of being a hero. We appreciate the confidence you put in us.
Crunch you I will next time. Help me and boy return to tribe.
Okay. That's fine. I can deal with that. You stand before a subterranean vent that is spewing hot air at a high pressure into the air. Hey kid, what's up?
Ball up there
Duh.
because of air.
I am aware of the balls up there, but I don't care. Here, let's put a sock on it. You push the windsock onto the hot air and it just bounces against your chest. Sigh. Maybe I can close the vent. That would certainly reclaim the boy's ball, but how are you going to accomplish it? I'm going to put a crowbar on it. Maybe I could make some tea. Throw the ball at the ogre boy. That would be lots of fun. Now, if only you could claim the ball for yourself. Nada? Can you do something?
Yes, Doug?
Yeah, I guess back to the game. A long and winding road climbs lazily up the side of the mountain that looms before you. The long and winding road. Do. That. Okay. I'm all full of song today. You take the wind bag. So apparently I have one of my professors. It's a wind bag, apparently full in your hut little hand. Okay. What if I go? Oh, that goes into the house, yeah. Could you give me the ugly potion, please?
What? Don't
Oh, she wants a sign from on high. Okay. And, well, the only other direction I can go is this way. You labor up the mountain path and eventually enter a strange cave. You're standing on a natural jetty within a small dark cave. A small sailboat lies motionless in the windless cave. It's a simple sailboat with a sturdy-looking mast and boom. It's motionless in the water. The line from the boat is tied to a large mooring. Let's launch the boat. In order to launch the boat, you need to rig it with a sail and untie its line from the mooring and locate a source of wind. Well, the wind I can deal with. You open the wind bag and a tremendous gust of air shoots into the cave. The bag is immediately torn from your hands and sails away above you. Well, that solves that problem. Putting the swints, okay, that doesn't give me a sail.
Yes, Doug?
Just checking to see if you had any comments. Untie the rope. You easily untie the line from the mooring and toss it into the sailboat. It still needs a sail, though. Let's wear the windsock. You stretch the sock over your head and pull it down over your shoulders. Why am I wearing a sock on my head?
That's the funniest thing you've done yet, Doug. You look perfectly ridiculous.
Why, thank you, I think. You remove the ridiculous garment. Yes, because that's the most ridiculous thing I've done today.
That's the fun.
Yes, gathered that. That's pretty ridiculous. Mm-hmm. No, not wait. Okay, time passes. Awesome, time passed. Can I take your curtains? Ah, a drape thief. You just couldn't keep your hands off of poor Ma and Athy's stuff. Well, everybody's got their moments. Okay, so I can't go back to the computer. It's locked off. So, that's it. The ogress is blocking the entrance to her hut. It looks like the chances of getting inside are pretty slim. Can I get into this hut? Yes, thank you. I know. The entrance to the ogre hut is around front where the ogress is standing. Ah. I would like to take this... Oh wait, it's on a sail? Well, it's on the wheel. You lean over to pick the cartwheel up and find it to be much heavier than you thought. You're going to need help to move it. Well, if the cart is on the wheel and the cart is on sail, then the wheel is a sail.
Yes, Doug?
But I'm going to need help. Of course I'm going to need help. And of course she's not interested. I'm surprised my brain went that direction, I really am. I have a suspicion I need the boys' help or something. You tug on the wheel but are unable to even lift it. You're gonna need some help with it.
Yes, Doug? We need to find something to cap that vent with. That's something you're going to have to work out for yourself.
I will go this far and no further. I will go no more forever. With all the strength you can muster, you force the windsock over the vent opening. The ball rolls onto the ground and the ogre child picks it up. And now it's like one of those fancy things.
Me help you. Give me job. I will do.
You said boobies. And now I have Alfred E. Newman in my party.
Fix cart I will. You hold cart, I'll hold wheel.
That doesn't rhyme. Alright. You and the ogre boy lift the wheel, roll it into position, and finally reattach it.
Me help you. Help for free. Now I go climb in tree.
I'll call child services, don't worry. You push the cart towards the shack and discover a folded white sail. Doesn't that go to figure? Okay, so we take... Excuse me. You snatch the sail up from the once covered ground. I'm checking something here real fast. You have 596 points out of 1,000, giving you the rank of Master Mundane. And we save, and we go forward, and we attach the sail to the boat. And now we have a boat. You rig the sailboat with the white sail. You hop into the tiny sailboat, and I lost that message. You arrive at this coastline guarded by an armored man.
Greetings, Mundane and Naga. You stand before the guardian
Red,
of the
no,
mountain.
blue!
If you wish to pass, you must correctly answer the 10 riddles of the mountain. Shall we proceed?
Let me inform you of something, adventure designers who are particularly possibly listening to what I'm talking about. Slow voiceovers suck. Okay? And I know I just reloaded the chat because I wasn't sure it was actually working. Alright, I'll give it a try because I got no other options.
Very well, brave mundane. Prepare to answer the next riddle.
Can I get the Firekeeper soul first? Fight Lautrec? Kill Armstead's cross?
Answer the following riddle if you're able. Give me the name of a mundane action that is, like most things mundane, almost certainly incorrect.
An error.
Correct. You have correctly answered.
Yes, I'm going to cut you off because...
Very well.
Yes, I'm ready.
Answer the following riddle if you're able.
Dog of Sky's master.
Give me the name of the species of the...
That's an Airedale.
Correct. Very well. Answer the following riddle.
The name of an opening in walls allowing light and wind to enter a structure. A Ford Toronado? That's a window.
Correct. Very well. Answer the following riddle.
Give me the name of a mundane construction aimed specifically at disrupting the national order of things particular regarding the atmosphere. That's air conditioning.
Correct. You have...
Yes, I do.
Very...
That's only 4. I got 6 more to go.
Answer the following riddle.
A mission in search of a particular item or objective. That's a fetch quest. In this case, it's an error.
Correct. Very... Answer the following riddle.
The name of one who tirelessly seeks to cause his victims to lose interest in all things said. That's a windbag.
Correct. You very... Answer the following
The name
riddle
of a piece of wood propped up horizontally in a wind tunnel. That's an airplane.
Correct. You have very... Answer the following
The name
riddle,
of a carrying case for personal necessities designed specifically for use while in flight. That's an airbag.
Correct. Very well. Answer the following riddle.
The name of a factory in the far north that purifies unimaginable quantities of oxygen for the people of Xanth. That would be the windmill.
Correct.
Okay, I'll give it another try. Yes.
Answer the following
Give me the name
riddle.
of the easiest thing ever imagined to be. It's a breeze.
Correct.
Yay!
You have correctly answered all of the riddles of the mountain. You may now ascend the mountain.
I knew I could do it. I'm no airhead. Alright, I'm going up. Going up further. Kilroy was here. My name is Kilroy! Kilroy. Alright, still going up. Mountain closed. I'll just take that sign, thank you. They're orange traffic cones with the latest way cool flashers. The light show is mesmerizing. I'll just take one of them. Upon reflection, you appreciate the moving sculptural effect invoked by the arrangement of the cones. It's very deep and meaningful. Well, that's a sign from the mountain. So, I can go back to her house, give her the sign.
This is it. The sign. Is this from the mountaintop?
Yes, the sun was on the mountaintop, burning like a crystal flame. I screwed that song completely up. Well, almost the top.
It's working. I can feel my skin tightening.
Don't tell me about being tight. 1990s graphical effects. Go!
You've saved me from this misery, young man. Take this evil potion away from me and dispose of it somewhere no one will ever find it.
My pleasure. I could use another mission right now.
I'm off to find Grolf. Maybe he's waited all these years for me.
I would have.
Thank you, you dear boy. I must go now. Take care with the potion.
Don't give it to Naga or anything. Whee! She's gone. Ma hands you a small glass vial. Ooh, acid. Can I melt people with it? Okay. You get this.
You've done it! I'm beautiful again.
Really? Yeah, can't see much of a difference.
But Ogre Man must find boy and go.
Good luck. He said something about climbing trees.
Not many trees here. Will be easy. You are good, mundane. Farewell.
This game got suddenly easier. Weren't you gonna tell me how to get to the Gap Chasm?
Chasm is southeast. Walk quickly. Avoid the beast.
Thanks, Ogress. Alright, well, she's not letting me into her house, so I guess we're going this way. This game got really easy. I don't get it. And it got really crashy. A large purple gem emerges from the hilt of the sword and glows slightly. You and Nada follow the directions given to you by the ogre. Soon find yourself on an expansive flat plane. As promised, you see the dim outline of the Gap Chasm ahead, and bolted by its height, you break into a run. Whee! We're running! Whee! Honk. Don't jump into the chasm. You hear an increasingly loud buzzing sound approaching from the west. Then suddenly it flies to within feet of you. What?
Why do you approach the Gap Chasm, foolish, mundane, and Naga princess?
Are you a fairy fawn? Or something? To do all sorts of adventure things I can't even imagine.
Sounds arduous. We deerflies don't go in for those kinds of pursuits. Why are you doing this?
We're playing a very important game.
A game? You'd attempt to cross the gap for a game?
Why? It can't be that bad. Are you flying or just badly drawn?
Believe me, it's bad. A horrible dragon lives within the dread crevice. He'll kill you for sure. Not at all a pleasing prospect. I'm sure getting fried by a dragon isn't going to help you win your game.
It might. This is an awfully weird game.
Well, I can see that you're eager to move on. So, I'll leave you with one final word of advice. Don't go into the chasm. There are 3 invisible bridges across it, and a secret way around the area where it meets the sea.
Thank you a lot. And we got the wrong option because it won't let me do the right one. And it's gone. The deerfly buzzes off. Buzz, buzz. Alright. So, the only real direction to go is this way. You hear a hissing coming from directly in front of you. Unseen, the creature manages to get within several feet of you.
I want to die.
Not high on my list. No thanks.
Then be careful, mundane. The gap ahead contains a most foul reptilian beast.
Does it really now? Yeah, we were just talking to a deerfly about it.
Avoid this creature at all costs. The bottom of the chasm ahead is littered with the bodies of foolish adventurers like yourself who paid the warnings no heed.
Say, how are you talking? Do you have vocal cords?
I'm not talking. Do you see my lips moving? Copperheads have a unique ability to communicate without speaking.
Can you read minds as well?
No.
Okay. Well, I really want to cross that chasm.
Fool, impetuous fool.
Yeah. Dream the impossible dream. Out of my way. Let me have this so-called beast.
As you will, foolish boy. I'd like to see you talk that Naga princess into descending into the dread gap.
I had to mute the mic for a second there. Out of my way, Snake.
Then lie with the bones at the bottom of the gap, fool.
Listen, the gap is a terrible store, but it's not that bad. Alright, let's switch back to picked. The copperhead slithers away. A powerful beast trots into the area, turns and faces you. It lowers its head to the ground as if it were preparing to charge and kicks the ground with a massive hooves. Oh, hey, what's up, thing?
Stop! We've got some things we need to discuss!
What? You're a Jewish yak? Well, I suppose if you're a yakety yak... How many creatures are there?
You must speak to me about these important things.
Can we just have some coffee? Okay, what important things?
The weather, for example, has been very poor today. It must be approaching freezing, and the humidity is decidedly in the uncomfortable range.
You want to talk about the weather?
Oh, are you as interested in the weather as I am? Oh, yes, and the barometric pressure has been approaching unprecedented levels during the last few weeks. It's positively, absolutely uncanny.
So does that mean we're approaching an uncanny valley? Is that all?
Of course not. Have you noticed the field mice population around here is diminishing significantly as of late?
I'm not even from around here, pal.
Oh, yeah. Did you say you wanted to talk about my family? Oh, well, Edna has been taken slightly ill all this week. She's having a cud disorder of mammoth proportions.
She's got a mammoth in her? I don't care about Edna, just let me go.
And Benice thinks she's gonna have triplets. Just think of that.
I'd rather not. Would you just please let me leave?
Have you thought about what you're going to be wearing this season? There's just so many decisions to make. I mean, were you thinking of cotton coordinates or maybe more traditional clothing? It's cool out here, isn't it? Have you been considering...
You aren't by any chance a yak, are you?
Why, yes, I am. How perceptive of you, mundane. Anyway, Uncle Fred says that the house has been totally destroyed, and all his equipment has been ruined. I mean, it'll be quite a long time before he...
Shut up!
Very well, if that's the way you want it.
It is.
Goodbye. Oh, by the way, what is the material your shirt is made of?
It's cotton, as in I don't cotton to you. You pull out your sword and wave it around. The yak trots away. I just talked to a yakety yak from Brooklyn. That was wild. You stand on the edge of the infamous gap chasm. Wind rips through the crevice. An intricate natural stairway leads into the misty depths below. You walk onto the chasm's edge and gaze down into it. With trepidation, you look for one of the bridges you were told about and are disappointed to find none. However, a steep natural stairway cut into the wall of the chasm descends to the bottom. You reason that there's probably a similar stairway on the other side. Eager to press forward towards Humphrey, you motion for Nada to follow you. She folds her arms in front of her, stands still, slowly shaking her head. You sense that Nada is less than willing to accompany you into the chasm.
I certainly hope you don't expect me to follow you down there.
Sweetheart, you're my companion. You follow me straight into the pits of Scar if I tell you to, okay? Word? Okay. You must. You're my companion.
The only thing dumber than hiking down into the gap chasm is to try and find a way around it.
Then why did you lead me here? Okay, so what's the alternatives?
Not really, but there's no way I'm going to become dragon food for a game, even if this is the only route open to us. I'd rather spend some time looking for one of the bridges.
I wouldn't. We'll never beat Kim to Humphrey's castle that way.
Forget it, Doug. I'm not going down there.
Oh, well, you just ruined my fun. Running out of choices, you consider braving the gap chasm alone. Just as you've made up your mind to do it, you hear the sound of an approaching party singing what must be a native folk song. As they round up the bend, you immediately recognize Jenny, Sammy, Kim, and Cyrus. Kim is cuter than you had recalled. She turns to you smiling and offers you her hand in marriage.
Hi, Doug. It's good to see you actually do believe in magic after all. What are you guys doing here?
You look kind of like Elizabeth. I was just trying to convince Nada to come with me into the chasm.
Into the chasm? I'm not sure I'd be very keen on the idea myself. You know there's a fire-breathing dragon down there, don't you?
Yes, everybody's been telling me that like 6 times in this unskippable conversation. Shut the fuck up and let me kill myself. I know. What are the chances of us meeting him in that huge chasm?
I don't know, but I wouldn't press my luck. What do you think, Jenny?
It's a tough decision. I'll bet Sammy could be of assistance here. What do you think, Sammy? What's the quickest way to Humphrey's castle?
Sammy Cat runs over to the natural stairway, sniffs the ground, and scampers a little way down. He then looks at Jenny and meows.
Sammy seems to think the stairway is the quickest way across the chasm. That doesn't mean it's the safest route, but it's almost certainly the fastest.
Well, at least the cat agrees with me.
He likes to be referred to as Sammy or Sammy Cat.
Okay, well, at least Sammy agrees with me.
He sure does. I think I'd pick that route for my mundane. I'm not sure I know of any other options available to us.
Well, you're useless.
I don't know, Jenny. I really love Xanth and all, but I'd rather not take my chances with the dragon. He's got a pretty good batting average, I've read.
I thought he ate people, not played baseball.
Okay, listen up. I've got a solution that might suit everyone reasonably well. If Nada and I were to switch mundanes, we'd all be in the company of like-minded individuals. Doug and I will take this route. Nada, Kim, and Cyrus could explore other alternatives. What do you think?
Sounds like an okay idea to me, but what does Nada think?
It doesn't matter to me at all which mundane I must accompany, as long as I'm not expected to enter the gap chasm.
I thought you liked being my companion.
This does seem to be a very opportune moment to rid myself of you. I won't assume responsibility for Kim, however, unless she herself wishes for this game adjustment to take place.
Okay.
That's okay. I've read all about you, Nadanaga. I'll bet you'll be at least as good a companion as Jenny, but I still wish Doug would reconsider. It's very dangerous in the chasm, Doug. The Gap Dragon will flame you for sure.
Don't worry about me, Kim. It's what I want to do.
Well, good luck then. If we meet up again, we'll have to exchange stories of our different adventures in Xanth.
We'll have to write a novel series that's full of puns and panties. And puns about panties, and panties with puns on them. Having now all agreed, Nada joins Kim and Cyrus, while Jenny Elf stands at your side. Sammy Cat leaps down from the natural stairway far ahead. You and Jenny take cautious steps as you start the steep descent to the Gap Chasm floor. And then you're dead. You and Jenny both wind up losing your footing. You slide down the gap walls for a long time, tumbling end over end, and eventually skid to a stop at the bottom. When you and Jenny stand and brush yourselves off, you notice a dragon lurking in the distance. He has definitely spotted you. 5 points. Well, we're doomed. You're stuck at the bottom of the gap chasm. A dragon is approaching from the north. Putting your sword on the dragon would just accelerate your imminent death. Can I go up? Climbing the chasm walls would be futile. You can't even find the path you slid down to get here. Let's run. Retreating would be pointless. The dragon can move 10 times faster than you. Well, then stab the fucker! Let's just talk to him. The dragon eyes you as you speak. A small puff of fire shoots from his mouth, and he slowly licks his lips. Meow. Says Sammy, disinterested. The dragon has finally reached you. Cherry bomb! You throw the cherry bomb at the dragon. It disappears in a small red puff on contact. Hi? Stanley opens his huge mouth and a firestorm surges at you, instantly burning the flesh from your body.
Ouch! That looked like it smarted. Stanley was only doing his job, but you've lost the game as a result. I'm afraid you've lost.
Oh, hi. That's good. Use the crowbar on the dragon. That would be cruel and unusual. Unusual is okay in Xanth, but cruel isn't.
Ow! I'm afraid.
Well, there's 8 directions, but it won't let me go in any of them, so that's kind of, you know, not very helpful. Ah, I'm dead again.
Ouch!
Yes, thank you.
I'm afraid.
Ouch! You, pardon me while I read this book. Okay, so that's the Stanley steamer. The renowned Gap Dragon who was transformed by Princess Ivy into her playmate. Stanley's mated to Stacy, an admirable female steamer. Both dragons should be admired from a distance. Well, that's not very helpful, thanks. Oh, then it killed me. Well.
Ouch!
I'm patient, son of a bitch,
I'm afraid.
I have the sneaking suspicion I'm fucked at this point.
What is it, Doug?
Could you explain your talent again?
Sure. I'm able to create a dream by singing a song. Any creatures in my vicinity are drawn into the dream, which I can influence to a limited degree. I'm also able to sense the basic nature of a dreamer's dreams.
And the dreamers dream. What do you think we should do now?
There's not much we can do about Stanley's steamer, but that cloud is King Cumulofractonimbus, the biggest bag of hot air in all of Xanth.
Cumulofracto what?
Nimbus. Cumulofractonimbus. He thinks he's king of all of Xanth. He has a very unrealistic view of the world and doesn't hesitate to let you know all about it.
How do you mean?
He's stuck up, in love with himself, obsessed with everyone's opinion of him. One other thing, Doug. He has a vicious temper and can unleash a storm the likes of which you've never seen. He and Stanley Steamer have a long-standing dispute over control of the Gap Chasm.
Now, how should I know this if I haven't sat down and had this conversation with you, which I can't until right now?
I'm almost afraid to ask, so I won't.
Good. Shut the fuck up. And I'm dead.
Ouch!
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm
only doing his job. Blue. You once again, you've blown it. Why do you...
Ouch! I'm afraid...
Well, it's like there's a cloud up there, but I don't... What the fuck is it? Ah! Oh. Okay, clear that.
How dare you address the king of the air, puny mundane!
Well, I'm the king of the internet, so fuck you. Like this, by the way.
What?
You're not such a big cloud. How can you be king of Xanth? The storm leans towards you, assuming a position between you and the dragon. And I'm dead. Wow, that's cute. So, at this point,
I'm afraid you've lost.
Can't win because I need more than one move, and I can't undo any further than this. Wow, that's cute. That's awesome.
How?
Yes.
What?
Why are you so mean to me? I'm a nice person. Fracto is unaffected by your comment. Yeah, because he always burns me to death no matter what I do. So I have to reload.
I'm afraid.
I'll try restoring and seeing where the last one is. Hopefully not too far away. It's too far away. Oh god, we have to do the riddles again.
Very well. Answer. Correct. Very well. Answer.
An Airedale.
Very. And.
A window.
Correct. Very. Answer.
Air conditioning.
Answer.
A air run.
Correct. Very. Answer.
A wind
correct.
bag.
Answer. Incorrect.
Yes, I do.
Very well. And.
That's an airplane.
Correct. Very. Answer.
That's an air
correct.
bag.
Very. And.
That's a windmill.
Correct. Very. Answer.
That's
correct.
A breeze. Which also means we have to sit through the whole... Oh, can I actually do that? Wow, you can skip from room to room. Okay, apparently you can't. We have to sit through that whole conversation with Nada again, or with
This is it.
I'm happy.
You've saved.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
I would have.
But not cat.
Thanks. Oh god, so many conversations to redo. Ugh. It makes me burn inside.
Why do you... Sad. I can't... And this is all... Believe me. Well, I can see that...
Bye.
Hi.
Yes, kill me now.
It wasn't a threat, so don't expect me to do it. I asked because the... Avoid this fool. I'm not. No. As you then lie.
Alright, then lie with the bones.
Stop. You must speak the weather. Have you thought about what you...
Alright, and now we're back at the beginning of the chasm. That took more seconds than I wanted it to.
I certainly hope you don't
You must.
The only... not... for...
Hi, Doug. Into the I don't...
It's a tough decision. I'll bet Sammy he likes to...
I don't know.
Okay.
Alright, I'm gonna stay with Nada
But
this
there's
time.
no way she's going into the gap, Doug. You need Sammy and me to provide assistance in a danger.
Alright, I don't have a choice.
It doesn't matter to me at all. This does...
That's okay. Well, good luck.
So you have absolutely no choice but to fall into the gap. Just kind of ass on toast. Alright, now this time I know I have to talk to the cloud.
Oh. What?
You're not such a big cloud, how could you be king?
How dare you?
Like this.
What?
I bet you could make it rain if your life depended on it.
How dare...
Like this.
What?
You're so tiny you couldn't fill a thimble with range. With rain. Rage.
How... What?
You wouldn't know precipitation if it hit you on the head.
How dare... What?
You're a total wimp, unable to perform basic cloud functions. Enraged by your taunts and insults, Fracto lets loose with a snowstorm of unbelievable strength in the vicinity of the massive Gap Dragon. The dragon opens his mouth to flame you, but the only thing that issues forth is white smoke. Now you've got both the King of the Air and the Gap Dragon mad at you. Good work. You look really different in full motion there.
Oh,
Princess
Nada.
Maggie.
I hope Doug is okay down there.
He is an impetuous child, Kim. I hope he breaks his leg.
How can you say that? I kind of like him.
Oh, you do you?
You don't know.
Maybe you'd feel differently if you'd had to shepherd him halfway across Xanth.
But you were his companion.
That doesn't mean I had to like him.
You're just mad because he left you for another companion.
On the contrary, I couldn't be more relieved.
Excuse me, ladies. As interesting as you find the mundane boy to be, we still have to find our own way across the Gap Chasm. Ancient Mer legends tell of a hidden path that follows the edge of the chasm to the sea. If we can but find our way to the ocean, I will ferry you safely through the water around the edge of the gap.
From seemingly nowhere, you hear the sound of flapping wings, and you soon find yourself being carried aloft by none other than Che Centaur. You thank him profusely for the timely rescue, and Jenny points out Humphrey's castle on the horizon. Meanwhile, at the chasm's edge, we just saw that sequence. You kind of got your subtitles out of order.
The mundanes draw near the prize, Demon Xanth. Do not fear for your precious enchanted land. It is you who should be nervous, Demon Earth. I have every confidence that my mundane shall be victorious. Such foolish creatures, working so hard when neither of them knows what is at stake. But you must admire their ingenuity. They would make a good pair if they were not pitted against each other in this struggle. You are overly sentimental, Demon Xanth. It is a flaw in both you and the land that bears your name. But you may rest assured that I shall cure the land of this problem when I win the wager. You underestimate the power of sentiment, Demon Earth. Some forces are stronger even than magic. Soon you will see that this is true.
What is with the A/R and A/N? You're outside the lurid gates of the imposing castle. Chase sets the three of you softly down before the castle gate.
Well, you've made it to Humphrey's castle, Doug. Now how are we going to get in?
Certainly not your voice acting, Peppermint Patty. You mean you don't know?
Not really, but I've got a cat who is sure to know. Sammy, what is the most direct path through this gate?
I would say it's opening it.
I'm a cat. Meow, 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 meow. I'm a kitty. Meow, 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 meow. I'm gonna dig a shit. I'm gonna take a poop. I'm gonna eat some fish, and then I'm gonna sleep. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow.
Sorry, my kitty song.
Sammy, what is the most direct path through this gate?
Oh, okay. I don't want to watch it again. Oh, well. Okay, I am going to watch it again. Yay! It's like hitting that goddamn Vox recording like 50 times in Bioshock. No, don't quit. Absolutely, positively do not quit. The outer walls of the castle are made of thick, impenetrable stone and capped with treacherous metal intruder deterrents. Well, Sammy seems to like digging that little spot, which doesn't really do anything. Let's raise the gate. You stride up to the gate, grab a metal bar, and pull with all of your might. The gate doesn't even squeak. The outer walls of the castle are made with thick, impenetrable stone and capped with treacherous metal intruder deterrents. Well, yes, thank you. You manage to grip the sheer wall long enough to make it about halfway up, and then you slide back to the ground.
What is it, Doug?
Let's get back to the game. The crowbar would make an interesting decoration on the castle gate, but that wouldn't help you. I don't think it would help me just fine. It's the sky. If you were a bird, you could fly around in it. That'd be neat. And Sammy looks at this one spot and is like, yeah, that's something right there, man. Yeah, what's that? No. You walk away from the castle into dense woods. You choose a path that leads you back to the castle. So there are 3 directions I can go, none of which are of any value. That's... Why do you keep doing that, game?
Ah, you are making me angry. Game, I'm not happy with you.
Oh, there's a loose brick, okay. Loose brick. Press it. You press the loose brick and it slides away, revealing a thingy that disappeared too fast. Just flip the switch. It turns green. The castle gate grinds open, and then the drawbridge comes up. The castle gate is completely raised, as is the drawbridge ahead. Look at the moat. A deep moat surrounds the castle. A single raised bridge is the only obvious way of crossing it. Now let's drink some of it. From here? You gotta be kidding me. Let's go forward. Okay, now do it from here. As you insert your hand carefully into the water to get a bit of water, you feel something touch it from below. You withdraw it quickly. They've got serious eerie ambiance problems. Or eerie atmosphere, where they like to repeat themselves a lot. By repeating themselves. Hello. You are standing on the other side of a moat from the corner tower of Humphrey's castle. It's a small black cricket hopping around the area and making an awful din. Let's catch it. Gotta catch 'em all, cricket mon. No, catch it with. I don't know, catch it with Sammy. Sammy would probably crush the cricket, but you don't even have him. What the fuck? Let's put him in the jar. You slam the jar down on the troublesome bug. The serpent yawns and stretches, rearranging his coils down the entire length of his body. He appears to slip off into a deep sleep. Yay, we didn't die, they didn't kill us, we're still alive, we're not dead yet, we're not dead yet, that's pretty awesome, I like it, yeah, not big, I'm being killed, I like to adventure until I'm not dead, I don't know where the hell that was going, it's a lot of fun getting there. Alright, so, there's this. Jenny, Sammy, and you step gracefully across the moat on Pick's humps. How do we know its name is Pick? You're standing beside one of the castle walls, looking down at a closed sewer cover. There's only one answer for that one. Let's pry it with a crowbar. You carefully insert the crowbar into the grate and bear down hard, finally prying it loose. Feeling victorious, you toss it into the moat. So much for that crowbar. And somewhere Gordon Freeman sniffs and sheds a single tear. But doesn't say anything because I don't think he can actually talk.
I found the scale from Lockpick. I think it might come in handy somewhere down the line.
Thanks, Johnny.
It was my pleasure, Doug.
Let's not talk about pleasure, honey. A strange creature eyes you and slithers from view. 5 points. Meanwhile, when Cyrus, Nadja, and Kim arrived at the shore of the ocean, they met a beautiful merwoman named Mercy. She and Cyrus ferried the adventurers across the water that skirted the edge of this gap. The two merpeople fell instantly in love, kind of like a companion that needs to get off of Doctor Who.
Oh, Cyrus, I know our love is no fluke.
Yes,
because your shirt
Mercy.
disappeared.
From the moment I saw you, I was hooked.
The scales fell from my eyes.
I fell in over my head.
Sigh.
Yes, Mer.
Let's swim away together.
Good idea. Let's hightail it out of here.
And thusly did the two topless people go away forever, never to be seen again in their terrible acting. I wonder if he got paid scale for this. Oh god, I didn't even realize that. I didn't mean that! I didn't mean that! That was not supposed to be a pun! I'm so sorry! The flat panel has 5 switches on it, none of which are down. Are we back at another maze? You're standing on a small round platform at the bottom of a wide cylindrical shaft. That's what she said. Look at the creature. It's hard to tell what that damned critter is. All you can see are his beady little eyes. Let's give Sammy to it. Sammy can't be taken, so... I have a guitar pick. Alright, well, let's play with Switch, actually. Okay, we're playing with switches. You flip the first switch down and nothing happens. Second switch down and nothing happens. Third, nothing happens. Fourth, nothing happens. Fifth, nothing happens. It's the shape of a guitar pick. Let's try talking to you. Certain it doesn't speak English, you control your urge to talk to the small creature. Well, you're an idiot. I mean, you're a terrible idiot. I'm sorry, that's about all there is to that. You're an idiot. Idiot, 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 idiot. Idiot, idiot. Idiot, 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 idiot. Idiot, idiot. Sorry, just, you know. I think you're an idiot. Have I made that point abundantly clear?
What is it, Doug?
Are you picking up the subtle innuendo here? Well, I'm pretty sure that just buggering around with it is not going to get me any place.
What is it, Doug?
What do you think we
There
should do now?
must be some way of lowering the drawbridge, but the exact method escapes me.
Me too.
Well, we're going to have to do better than that if we're going to lower that bridge.
I know. I feel ashamed for not knowing how. Well, that was helpful. Thanks, honey. And apparently I don't have the jar anymore, or else I'd let the cricket go and see what happens. No, because I didn't take it. If you took back the jar, you'd wake the serpent, and that would be very, very mean. Okay, fair enough. Valid point, valid point. Without the drawbridge fully lowered, you cannot cross. As you insert your foot carefully into the water to test the temperature, you feel something touch it from below. You withdraw it quickly. It's a drawbridge that's completely raised. I'd like to draw the bridge on the sword. While putting the lockpick on the drawbridge might serve a purpose in another game, it doesn't in this one at all. Oh. I think I just had a thought. That's probably the alternate solution to the tea puzzle with the computer. If you didn't get the golf tee, you can get the tea bag. So that there's always an answer. Because that seemed to be the only thing I could think of that would possibly screw you out of it. Alright, so the answer's in the sewers, but I don't see where. I mean, that's it. You gotta go down. I just don't know how you would get the solution here. That's the thing that's kind of frots in my dingle blobs, is I don't see the solution. My dingle blobs? I have no idea what that comment came from. But, you're welcome to keep it. 1 second. Thinking. Working my brain. Oh, working my brain. Oh, working my brain. Here. I don't care. Still don't care. That is quite possibly one of the dumber things this game has done thus far. I don't even... What in the... Ah! Legend, Jesus, did you inhale? Draw the bridge onto the path. You draw a section of the bridge over the moat. You draw another section of the bridge over the moat. You draw another section of the bridge over the moat. Your work here is complete. You can now go inside. Sort of. Yeah, that's terrible. My God. You stand on the mat and look around, expecting a calamity. So much for the thread on the mat. You step off. You pick up the mat, turn it over, shake it out, and replace it in its original position, completely satisfied. There can be no doubt it's a spider's web. Let's knock on the Wii door and get some games. Hello, I.
Yeah, what is it?
Are you the good magician Humphrey?
Who's asking?
Well, we are. I mean, I am Doug Mundane, sir, at your disposal.
We don't want any.
Yeah. Okay, listen. I'm gonna poke you in the eye. That's mean and cruel, and you should be ashamed for even thinking of poking an unarmed eye. Listen, I need to talk to you about stuff. Mr. I, you hesitantly inquire.
What is it this time?
So are you Humphrey?
No, and we're really not interested.
Listen, we traveled a long way and endured terrible trials to get here. I think we're entitled to see the magician of the house.
You can only see Humphrey if you get entry to this castle. And, as you can see, this door not a way in. Any questions?
How do we get inside?
Listen to me carefully and mark my words. For 1-2 gain final entrance to this castle. He must only listen to me.
4, 1, 2, 2. Okay, I'm listening.
That is all.
Ah, buggerfuck. No, stop. Murder. 4, 1, 2, and we're done. You flip the second switch down, and the platform you're standing on starts to vibrate. The platform rumbles upwards. You and Jenny are forced to crouch on it because of the intense vibration. The elevator comes to a stop within a small library or study. You hear the rustle of approaching feet from the hallway, and none other than the good magician Humphrey steps into the room. You look like John Malkovich. Humphrey sits you on a bench before his narrow desk and eyes your party with keen interest. He yawns deeply, scratches an itch on the top of his head, and resumes his study of you. After an extended period of silence, he begins his interrogation.
And what may I do for you, Doug Mundane?
So what can you tell me about this game I've been playing?
First of all, it is no ordinary game. This game was constructed by two demons, powerful beings with little care for you and I. The purpose of this game is to settle an important dispute between them, one that will affect all things living and inanimate within Xanth.
That's interesting. What kind of effect?
The stakes in this game are the existence of magic itself. If the demon named Earth wins, magic will perish from Xanth forever. If, however, the demon named Xanth should win, then magic will be preserved and Xanth, as you know it, will survive.
But how do I fit in? I don't know anything about demons.
You represent the interests of the demon Xanth. Should you fail in this game, magic will be lost to us forever.
So you picked the guy who doesn't believe in magic to defend magic. Oh, talk about your devil's advocate. Does that mean Kim is playing for Earth?
Yes, although she does not know it. Earth has broken some rules of this game without the knowledge of Xanth. He has forced Naranaga to serve his will in winning the game prize.
Baba Yaga? So basically, the entire future of Xanth is in my hands?
Precisely, Doug. You must claim the prize before Kim, or all of Xanth will be doomed, devoid of everything magical and good.
What a drag. Not really sure I'm up to this one.
Yes, you are, Doug. You have become a different person while you've been here. You have grown. You have learned to love that which you knew nothing about. You have grown stronger and wiser, learning from the land.
I guess you're right, but there's more I need to know.
Ask away, but ask quickly, for the existence of magic is at stake.
Steak. That sounds really good. Let's go have steaks. I'll pay. My treat, everybody, to the steak place. Outback Steakhouse it is. We'll have a bloomin' onion too, and lots of bacon. So, what can you tell me about the sword I've been looking around?
The sword is an artifact of the ancient inhabitants of Xanth. It is one of 3 such swords known to exist in Xanth. This one's name is the Sword of Wisdom, for it conveys some measure of wisdom on its bearer once it has grown accustomed to them. How many jewels glow upon your sword, Doug?
Hey, don't talk about my jewels. 5.
That's all. The Sword of Wisdom supposedly has 6 stones. Perhaps you've not yet performed some important task required by the sword in order for it to convey wisdom upon you. Once activated with the 6 gems, the sword has a great power to repel and destroy evil.
Yeah, I guess that makes some kind of sense.
What else do you wish to know?
How'd you know my name?
I know your name and much else concerning you, Doug, for I am a powerful magician, currently the most powerful in all of Xanth.
But not the hairiest. What else do you know about me?
I know of all your travels in Xanth. I was aware of your trials in Isthmus Village.
Like a trial?
The dangers you encountered in the 5 regions.
Danger.
Your defeat of Computer and the Gap Dragon.
I didn't really defeat the dragon.
I've even known the exact time of your arrival here for some time.
But I didn't bother making you a fucking sandwich. Wow, I'm impressed. Can I ask you a few more questions?
I usually charge 1 year's service from anyone asking me a question. In your case, however, I will waive this fee, given the special circumstances.
Well, given I've already asked you
away.
4. You got any ideas about what I should do now?
You must find and claim the prize before Kim.
And what do you think this prize is?
It's not important, young man. What is important is that you reach it before Kim. She nears it as we speak.
Where would you look for it?
I know it to be in the gourd, hidden from general view.
Alright, so the gourd? What's this?
The gourd is a place not of this world. It lies beyond the boundaries of waking thought, through a door that only few may pass. Journeying into the gourd should not be undertaken lightly, for hazards and nightmares beyond imagination lie there. This is why Xanth and Earth have placed the prize there. Only the most daring and most skillful adventurer may hope to survive it. This is your hour, Doug. You must enter the gourd and preserve the magic of Xanth.
Oh, gourd. So how far ahead of Kim am I right now?
This is the bad news, I'm afraid. Kim arrived here several hours ago, and, under the rules of the game, I was obliged to tell her everything I'm telling you. I was, however, forbidden to tell her whose side she is representing in the game.
How did she get here hours before? She'd just sit and watch mermaids fuck.
She has already entered the gourd with her companion, and is now drawing near the prize.
How do I get to the gourd?
One may only pass into
gourd.
the realm of the gourd by looking into the peephole of a hypnogourd, a common vegetable in Xanth. Once a viewer looks into the peephole, their body becomes transfixed. Only their soul passes into that dark land.
We're gonna need some gourds, Humphrey.
Not a problem, Doug. While Kim and Nada had their own, I am pleased to aid you in the only way I can. Take these hypnogourds, and good luck finding the prize.
Yeah, luck is not what I need right now. Humphrey hands each of you a hypnogourd and gestures to the small room to the southeast. You walk into the room and find Nada and Kim seated on one side of the table, staring blankly into a gourd similar to your own. You take out your sword and lop their fucking heads off, meaning that you win the game no matter what, and also you get the quickening in your Connor McLeod, and this fucking game is over! Sorry. You and Jenny take your places in the 2 empty chairs. You're in a small room with an oval table. Nada and Kim are seated at it, staring into hypnogourds. Looks like they're playing that disc game from Star Trek Next Generation. I'm just being a smart ass, Car. It's gotten better. Look at the hypnogourd. You carefully turn the gourd over in your hand and eventually look into the people. The world dissolves around you and you feel a little nauseous. You feel as if you were in an endless fall, tumbling uncomfortably. This feeling eventually subsides and the image of a TGI Fridays dimly lit in front of you appears. Now you're really uncomfortable. But it could be worse. It could be an Applebee's. A path leads from your position northeast towards an imposing mansion.
So, now the mundane boy knows he fights for you, Demon Xanth. That meddlesome Humphrey has interfered with the game. It doesn't matter that Doug knows Demon Earth. True, he may work a little harder to capture the prize, but unless Kim discovers she represents you and the elimination of magic, it is still a fair contest. You were a fool to pin your hopes on a boy who didn't even care about Xanth when the game started. Perhaps. But in the course of Doug's adventure, the land has brought out qualities in him that he didn't know he had. Doug has learned a lot, and he has Xanth to thank for it. He now realizes Xanth is a special place that is worth preserving. Well, the battle isn't over yet, Demon Xanth. My girl is still ahead of him, and that Naga princess isn't above trying a trick or two to make sure that Kim gets to the prize first.
Fairness? What fairness? Yeah, you're standing in front of a mansion. A zombie sways annoyingly from side to side, watching your every move. Attack the zombie with the sword. The zombie sees you approaching with the sword and begins to grunt and growl. You withdraw out of sympathy. Why? How's it going, you ask the zombie. You guess that, well, most zombies can think. This one can't. Can I take the cane? You'd have to get past the zombie and onto the porch to get the cane. You're in the backyard of the mansion. Large cellar doors lie closed behind the house. The mansion looks very old, and although it is somehow well maintained, there's no sign of Nada or Kim. Well, it's a locked lock. Well, then I will hit the lock with the lockpick. You fish the lockpick around in the lock, and incredibly, it opens. I'm the master of unlocking! This thing's good for killing, especially organic things. One at a time, the cellar doors open, revealing a darkness below. A stench rises from the cellar that turns your stomach. It turns it into your intestines, I guess. I don't know. It's dark in there. Very, 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 very dark. Can you see in the dark, Elf?
What is it, Doug? Huh? Well, you've gotten the doors unlocked. Extreme courage is going to be required to win the game, Doug. Of that I am certain.
Oh, alright. I'll go down there if I have to. You cautiously descend into the pitch-black cellar. You're in a dark cellar. The cellar door slams shut behind you. Fortunately, I have this. Okay. The cellar door is locked and you can't force it open. You hear someone padding around up there. This doesn't seem like such a hot idea. So, okay. Well, that wasn't very useful. Can I lockpick it? Oh, there's stairs. Wait, those are the stairs I came down. Skeleton. It takes you a while to realize it, but that's definitely a skeleton. There's a key in its hand. Can I take the skeleton key? Black cat. Uh-oh, it's a black cat. You wonder if it's still considered unlucky to touch a black cat that's been dead for some time. Ew. You gently stroke the decaying feline as if it were still alive. Sammy looks at you really, really fucked up. To your horror, you discovered a severed hand crawling along the floor to your feet. And kick it. You give the severed hand a good swift kick, sending it far across the room. In a moment, you hear it crawling back. Ice pick. Wow, can it be? Another pick? Take it. You've had your fill of picks in this game already, and you've never been very fond of ice picks anyway. That's like making him scream. Ah! I already looked at the skeleton, I knew. It's a giant arachnid, and it appears to be dead. What would you do with a giant spider? Scare Jenny? Can I take this axe? It's a huge axe for felling trees, and the blade is incredibly long. You try, but are unable to even budge the axe. You feel an opening you believe to be a rat hole at the bottom of the wall. Hey, a dead bat. Ah, damn it, stop doing that. You can't see them, but they definitely feel like maggots. They feel soft and warm. I'm gonna smell them. Maggots don't give off much of an odor. It's the stench of what they're feeding on that turns your stomach. You pop a single maggot into your mouth and swallow it whole. It's surprisingly good and quite nourishing. You reach up and grab the twine. It's a jar with some thick, slippery fluid in it. You dip your finger in it and determine it to be blood. You take a sip from the jar. It's blood, and you're surprised to find it so delicious. You take another sip. Mmm, tasty bloods. Okay, there's a corpse here somewhere. I saw it. There's also a dead bat. Feels like a dead bat. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's not it. That's it. Come on. That's axe. It's corpse. At last, you discovered the source of that horrible smell. It's a decaying corpse. You smell it. The rotting corpse smells awful. Must have been rotting here for quite some time. Let's use the key on the... Unlock the door with the key. The skeleton key slides easily into the lock. You You turn it once and hear a tumbler fall. Pshoo! Well, let's open the cellar door. You turn the handle and open the bothersome cellar door. Open the bothersome cellar door? Oh, okay. Whatever you say. You hear someone... Okay. You climb the cellar stairs and arrive at a landing. You're standing on the first floor landing. The cellar door is behind you and a stairway leads up to the north. And only a few people will know who Count Floyd is. But enough people will know who Count Floyd is to make it funny. You pull the second book from the mantle. It's entitled Parallel Processing in You. You scan it quickly and replace it on the mantelpiece. You pull the first book from the mantle. It's entitled Rule-Based Decision-Making Systems. You scan it quickly and replace it on the mantelpiece. Debugging and its many pleasures. Wow, a nerd lives here. Let's open the pane. You wish you could open the window pane, but it won't yield. Let's break it. You bang on the pane, you kick it, you call it mean names. Nothing seems to have much of an effect. Can I smash it? Because I want that cane. Because I just have this feeling that I'm going to need to raise some cane. You walk about halfway up the stairs and hear a loud click. The stairs fold up and you slide back to the landing. How very Scooby-Doo. Okay, let's open the window. You try with all your might to open the jammed window, but you can't budge it. You would think break the pane would be an option. You bang on the pane, you kick it, you call it mean names. Well, okay, it's not doing its thing.
What is it, Doug? There has got to be a way of escape.
Yes, that much I know.
I don't know for sure.
That much I've already figured out. Just I gotta figure out how to get in there. How about I throw a cherry bomb at it? Nope. Yeah, this feels like we didn't give much more fucks about this game. We were kind of like, it's a game. Heh. Really? Well, I guess that is a viable answer in this game, anyway. What if I go this way? Well, now I'm back in the dimly lit cellar. No, don't quit. You lasso the lever with the twine and tie it down on the right knob. Oh, that makes more sense than the answer I had. You run up the stairs praying the twine will hold. You see Natanaga crouching on the floor above you. She looks extremely angry and very booby.
You cannot win the game now, Doug Mundane. The prize is nearly within our grasp.
What's the matter, princess? Taken in by a bad demon?
Silence, stupid Mundane. Enjoy magic while you can.
Aren't you a magic creature, though, you dumb bitch?
Don't worry, Doug. We can still beat them to the prize.
I don't know, Jenny. They're up there and we're down here.
Trust me, we have a little time. I think getting into the attic should be our primary goal. Let's go.
Let's go! Okay. It's a big red button positioned over a white sign. Press button to open trapdoor. Okay, well, press it. You press the red button, a trapdoor on the exact spot you're standing quickly opens. That was stupid. Whoa! Hi! What's up, Bone Daddy?
Ouch! That hurt.
That really felt like it sounded like you were hurt, yes. I'm sorry, I thought the button opened the attic trapdoor.
I did too. It was an honest mistake. Now how are we going to get out of this place?
We gotta get out of this place if it's the last thing we ever do. You pull the third book from the mantle, and the hearth beneath you begins to rotate. Don't block. Whee! Spinny, spinny, spinny. So, in other words, in order to get back in there, because I'm sure I missed something, you can't fly, so you're gonna need the attic stairs back. It's a locked door. Unlock the door with a skeleton key. You fumble around with the skeleton key in the lock, but evidently it's a key for some other door. Whee! Going down. Alright, so how about we take the pills, which are painkillers. The guy evidently had some discomfort before he died. The skeleton looks like it's been here for quite some time. Various computer game magazines journals are piled high in bound volumes. The guy must have died in the 70s. Stupid programmer tricks, a field guide. Multi-threaded client server either or. Authoring systems I have known, a memoir. Game designers, are they for real? Sometimes I wonder. Multiple inheritance and sex. Semantic ambiguities are your friend. Pattern recognition for dummies. Laller pursing for fun and profit. Laller? Swoop back around again. Whee! Why do we even have that button? Okay. Now, we can use the painkillers on the pain to make the pain go away. You hold the pills against the pain for a moment, and the pain vanishes. Satisfied, you chuck the pills through the window. Let's take the cane. I'm surprised I haven't found any cake, because I would definitely love to take the cake. Multi-threaded processing was around in the 90s, yeah, just in a different sense. We've had P-threads, shit, since the early 90s. Just, you know, you don't use them very often. That's a very nerdy thing of me to talk about. Use the cane with the hook. You snag the hook with the cane and pull the folding attic staircase back down. You climb the attic stairs and arrive at the final landing. It's the final countdown. Doo-doo-doo-doo. A giant red gem emerges from within the hilt of the sword and glows slightly. The attic is huge, relatively empty. On the opposite wall, you see Natanaga in her Naga form with Kim on her back, reaching towards the shining goblet, which you decide must be the prize you've been striving for. Fear grips you as you realize how close Kim has come to winning the game. If there is a way of preserving magic, you have only seconds in which to act. Now, I'm going to check my score. 965 out of 1,000 points, making you the rank of True Believer. The nasty Naga isn't ignoring you. Kim's hand is closing in on the prize. Throw the sword at the prize. With a certainty you didn't realize, you recognizing yourself, you hurl the bejeweled sword you've carried through Xanth directly at the prize, intending to destroy it before Kim can claim it. It hurtles end over end towards the prize, narrowly missing Kim and Nada. Whee! That's a useful sword, tell you what. Yeah, I was about to say. The sword strikes the prize sidelong, pushing them both towards the octagonal window. The window shatters, glass flying everywhere. Magically, none of it rains down on either Nada or Kim. Magic evidently still does exist within Xanth. Perhaps Kim will recognize this and forgive you. I was about to say this. I'm in the end of the uninvited. Ah, fuck. I'm gonna drown. Relieved, you settle to the floor, somewhat drained, but also somewhat proud of your selflessness in defeating the malevolent demon called Earth. You wonder what could possibly happen now that neither you nor Kim has won the game. Kim wanders towards you with an incredulous look on her face. Nada fumes beneath the broken window. The room blurs as if invaded by fog. Poof! You find yourself back in your room, confident in the knowledge that you've preserved magic in a place you previously hadn't even believed in. You feel relieved, but somewhat empty. What's going to happen to Nada, or Jenny, or Kim? You are sitting at your desk, staring at the words "Game Over" flashing on your screen. The computer screen is flashing the words "Game Over."
Doug, is that you?
Yeah, this is Doug. Who's this?
There's a chance that I've got the wrong Doug, but, I mean, my name's Kim. Do you?
Yeah, Kim, I recognize your voice, but how do you know me?
I hear you believe in magic.
Do you believe in magic? In a stupid game where you click on things and the outcome's always the same. It's magic and kinda tragic, but I played it and I had a good time. Yeah, ba-doo-ba-doo. I didn't get a perfect score either. I'm irritated. I missed 20 points somewhere. You have amassed 910 points, giving you the rank of true believer. What did I miss, though? That's my question. Hey, demons.
Unfair! I demand a rematch!
Okay.
You shall not get one, Demon Earth. The contest is over and you have lost. Because I am the victor, I am matchless. And therefore, I have no more matches to give you. Please, Xanth, spare me your puns. The magic I can get used to, but the puns are too much to endure. Of course I can spare you some puns, Demon. I have plenty to spare. On this subject, you need not despair. Stop! Stop! I cannot bear it any longer! Bear it? Why, I have barely begun. Now that I have you over a barrel, there is no barrier to the barrage of embarrassing and bare-faced puns I can make. As one of my forebears, Baron Robert von Flaubert, used to say, "Aye!"
Yes, he used to say "I-E." And thus ends Legend Entertainment's
Not a 89, take 4.
It looks like the only route available to us is into the mountain cavern.
We do not want to get her in a giggly mood.
No, good.
Sounds like car in there.
Why don't we at least try to fix it?
One more time. Not a 101.
You mean
Stop it. Are you getting this?
Yeah, it's like a volcano or something.
Chris sounds like me in there too. It's like Cara and I made this game in a past life.
Take 2.
Hello, mundane screen and beautiful Naga princess. But it is princess, right?
Princess.
Princess.
According to Michael,
It's princess.
No, it's princess.
You said make him say princess.
It's fine. Either way is fine. I could care less.
That's what he said, didn't he?
It is what he said.
Yeah, he did say make it say
No, I
princess.
hate you all equivalently right now. Let's do a really more high-pitched, silly version of this. 329, take 2.
Good, Dougie. How do you know he's a he?
Jenny 70, take 1.
I don't know. I just felt like he.
You just felt like a he. Jenny 70, take 2.
No, it sounds like Paul Dugan. That's who it sounds like. It sounds like somewhere between Car
I was
and Paul
wondering
Dugan.
whether we pronounced it differently since it was spelled D-U-G. I thought maybe it was Doug.
It should have been.
Doug.
Demon cutscene 5, take 1.
The meddlesome Humphrey has interfered with the game.
May I have a restart?
Sure, why not? Meddlesome Humphrey has interfered with the game. It doesn't matter. The Doug knows.
Restart again, please. It sounds good. It's
Levels?
just that the game was really way up above everything else.
I yelled it.
Yeah,
I
don't
was
yell.
so excited.
I yelled it. I'm so
Take
excited.
this evil potion away from me and dispose of it somewhere no one will ever find it.
Oh no, it's wearing off. She's turning back into Ma. A loaded hot dog bun. Now I've heard everything. Not a 195, take 1.
Can you think of a way of convincing that hound that you mean business? Did
What?
you hear that?
Yes. Yeah, I did. Not a 195, take 2.
Don't start. I'm sure there's something lying around nearby that could serve quite adequate.
It's okay, I heard something there
I know.
too.
Was that a mouth noise?
You got rodents in here too?
I think we should.
Yeah, they're not exactly great outtakes.
I think we should tickle Lois.
And now
Does that
actors
mean
who
we
never
can
did
kiss
anything
now?
else.
Absolutely not.
You didn't even let me slay.
Sorry.
He wasn't really saying that, Lois.
What?
It's the line.
Oh, I'm sorry, Michael. I really thought you meant it.
Autonomic reflex.
Is this one try?
No.
No.
I like it the way you read it.
Roll
Okay.
on.
Without the bird. Not a 101, take 3.
Adequate containers for the foul mixture you've brewed. I can do this.
Again, it's my fault. I wrote the damn shit. Not a 47, take 1.
Maybe you could open the door and see what's behind it.
Perfect. Did that...
Did my stomach go up in your ear?
Headman 51, take 1.
I recognize that. But why on Xanth are you handing it to me?
And that's it for the headman.
And that's it for the headman.
You've escaped a terrible danger, Doug. But I fear that a
Wow. So many people who did one, like, 2 or 3 lines. Like, the fireman did, like, 4 lines. Mercy Mermaid had Ellen Page. Wow, I know that name.
Okay.
It's not that Ellen Page, but... Scott Bennett. It's not that Scott Bennett. I don't even remember who half these people were. Who the hell was Pia? Oh, that's right. Pia's, you call her dad early on in the game. Alright, well that sounds like that's the end of that, so that was my dinner call too, so I gotta go get food. That concludes the first adventure game Legend Entertainment ever made, back in the early 1990s, which started off a short stint where they were one of the best, and one of the most underappreciated in my personal opinion. That leaves exactly 2 modern-style adventure games in their entire library that we have not played through. Shannara, based on the Terry Brooks novels, and John Saul's Darkstone Chronicles, or is it Blackstone Chronicles? It's one of the 2. I think it's Darkstone. I have both of those games handy. I have them installed. There's Will the Circle Be Unbroken? It's funny too. The 2 that were singing Will the Circle Be Unbroken in the trailer, in that clip at the end of Bioshock Infinite, that's Booker and Elizabeth's voice actors. That's actually Booker playing guitar. And apparently he was really good at it. It's what he does otherwise. He's usually a guitarist. So we will probably come back after my vacation, which is next Tuesday, with Shannara. We will tear through Shannara, or Shannara, or however the hell that's pronounced. And then I need to actually do some additional hardware-y bits to get Darkstone Chronicles to work, because it's a technical pain in my ass. It is extremely difficult to work. Otherwise, thank you for coming out, whether you're with us live or in the archives. You know how this goes. You know how this goes. You know this routine. Thank you for being here with us live tonight. Thank you for being a watcher. Thank you for being in the congregation. It is always wonderful to have people watching, and, you know, enjoy yourself. I hope you had a good night. Let's see here. I'll just give you my normal exit monologue. And again, remember, we will not be back tomorrow night. We are not here on Tuesday nights until my schedule shifts, and I don't see my schedule shifting for at least 3 or 4 more weeks. I hope that whatever you put your faith and your belief into brings you the best of all possible futures, and I hope you and yours never need, never fear, and never suffer. Never want, or whatever, that you never. On behalf of myself and the Choir Boy moderation team, I'd like to wish you a wonderful night tonight. Go have some food. Go watch some television. Doctor Who started up again. Go watch some Doctor Who and some My Little Pony. Do you good. And until I see you again, Godspeed to you. Peace, love, namaste, all that stuff. And good night.